What's up, guys? It's your boy Trash from Trash Tunes, and today I'm bringing you a new review.
You come into my place alone, threaten me, and think you're just walking out of here.
It does sound funny hearing you say it.
I'm gonna count to 3. If you're still standing here, I'm gonna defile your corpse in ways you can't possibly imagine. Feed what's left to my boys. Horse meat's their favorites. 1.
2, 3.
Darksiders Genesis is the new title from Airship Syndicate, 4th in release order, but first in the story. The same developers that made Battle Chasers Night War, one of my favorite games from 2017, which I sunk almost around 40 hours into. Both games have the amazing art of Joe Madureira, or Joe Matt, which I admire to infinity and beyond. This man has the power to pick up anything and make it amazing.
What's wrong, Maman? No more coin tricks?
What's Lucifer planning?
Start talking, you little shit. We might spare your miserable life.
Lucifer's shown me treasures beyond any that exist in this world. Your threats mean nothing.
Guess you didn't feel like talking. Too bad.
And I'll be honest with y'all, I haven't played any of the Darksiders games, even though I do have all of them, but I do know all the characters and what it consists. The whole game series is inspired in Bible books, surrounding the theme of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and in this case, Genesis, which is the first book of the Bible, and I might be completely wrong, I didn't research any of this, I'm just trusting my instincts when I used to go to church. But Genesis means creation. So there you go, shut up. War was in the first game released, Death in the second, Fury in the third, and now we have Strife joining the beginning of the story alongside his brother War. Strife is easily my favorite because he looks cool, he has guns, and a scarf. So if the character has a scarf, he's the best character. There's no discussion here. Strife is a mix of my favorite Digimon and Deadpool.
Don't fuck with me! I have the power of God and anime on my side! Wait,
A loudmouth, easy on the trigger, that just wants to have fun. But War, he's more like...
You are not prepared!
And...
Hi.
Okay.
a true brute warrior that saves his words and does the best he can to obey the council's orders, which is commands the 4 horsemen. There is no character creation or any visual customization from the get-go. You can unlock skins and skills throughout the game, but from the start there's 2 options. You can either take control of one character and switch between the 2 at any time, or you can choose to play online or co-op where you and your friend control one of the characters, but you can also choose to switch with each other at any time. My experience was 100% online co-op, and it took us about 13 hours with some treasure hunting and some side questing, which we still have a lot to do. It sounds pretty short, right? But having in consideration that it's a game with a price tag between 25 and 30 euros and evaluating the whole package after ending it, no, honestly, I think it's the best price you could put on it. Making it more expensive would feel like a steal, making it cheaper would feel like undervaluation. Now, I don't really know much about the story of the 3 Darksiders before this one. However, the story doesn't disappoint. Strife and War spend most of the adventure helping the demon Samael and Vulgrim in their best efforts to fight against Lucifer, which, of course, you might know who Lucifer represents, right? The devil. Our devil. But why are horsemen, literally the neutral force in this universe, helping out a demon to fight another demon? Well, I'd fuck up your experience if I was to tell you that. Therefore, you'll have to play to understand the story. But it is pretty good.
Welcome to your doom.
How original.
Alright, let's go and check the good things about this game. Now, the gameplay is really fluid. It feels really nice to control the characters. Like I mentioned, you unlock new skills as you play throughout the game. You can customize your character in a sense. If you play as Strife, you can change your ammo, which completely changes your gameplay on the go. And as War, you also get new abilities, which make the character a bit more fun to play. Your customization comes from Vulgrim or from this thick, young demon lady that got my heart from the first moment I saw her. God, she's so fucking hot. The finishing moves in this game, ooh, just take a look at this. Oh shit. That didn't boot. Once again, the art of Joe Mad is pretty fucking amazing. And if you're a comic book fan, certainly you're gonna love the cutscenes in between, since they're all animated in a way that they are not really animations, but it's what I already shown at the start of this video. But it's not only the art. The voice acting? Holy shit, dude. From Liam O'Brien as War, which, if you're a World of Warcraft nerd like I am, you'll recognize him as Hillidan. To Chris J. Alex as Strife. Holy shit, dude. I would be here all day just making a video of how good these guys sound. Not only the two main characters, but Samael, Volgrim, all the demons overall, all the voice acting is fucking top notch. It's one of the best things about this game. And in the end, they don't even sacrifice humor or any kind of feelings because they're so good at what they do that even War gets to be funny at times. 10 out of 10 in voice acting, and art, and thick MILFs. And like I mentioned, I played this game 100% co-op, and it was online. It was 100% online. I'm here in Portugal. My friend's all the way over in Michigan, in the United States, and our connection was impeccable. I don't know if it's a peer-to-peer connection or what it is, but it was great. I think we lagged maybe once and was like a little hiccup throughout 13 hours of gameplay, so there's no complaints there. Connection felt great. It felt like I was playing a couch co-op with someone next to me. Another thing is that it's pretty mistake friendly, you know, like in Sekiro, where you fall off the ledge and you don't die. You just lose a little bit of health. That's exactly what happens in this game. Not only that, but if you die and your noob friend doesn't resurrect you, after, I believe, about 10 seconds from the countdown of him being able to resurrect you, you just come back to life normally if your friend or family member or dog doesn't die as well. Now for the bad things, and there's a lot. So none of the bad things about this game made it stop from being enjoyable. However, they were really annoying. This was the PC release, and I really hope they fix some of these things in the console releases. To start off, lots of glitches. Bugs, glitches, whatever you want to call it. There were quite a lot of these. I left them out of the footage that I got, but believe me, it was fucking frustrating. Falling under the ground while you're fighting, sometimes causing you to die. Buttons that will stop working, like me with Strife, that at a certain point in the game I couldn't shoot until I killed myself in game. Both of our games crashed about 2 to 3 times throughout the entire gameplay, and it was just random crashes. It wasn't even at the same time. Sometimes it was me, sometimes it was my friend's game that crashed. Characters sometimes wouldn't grab onto ledges, even though we were doing the right thing. Both of us were playing, of course, differently, but sometimes the characters just wouldn't grab onto ledges, having to replay the puzzles completely. Getting stuck in terrain. This was probably the most infuriating one, because randomly you would jump somewhere and you would get stuck in terrain, and there was just literally no fucking way to get out of there. You couldn't just kill yourself in game. Your friend couldn't do anything with you. Well, sometimes we were able to get out of this by switching characters, but it wouldn't always work. And most of the times you just had to relog. Once you get in the game, your friend has to find a summoning pillar for you to get back in the game as well, and this was really frustrating. Besides bugs, there's a small nitpicking I want to mention here. I don't think it should be acceptable from such a big franchise like Darksiders. There would be occasions where our characters would be talking and it wasn't the image of our character that was highlighted. There was a point in the game where we had War on the left side and War on the right side. It's like he was talking to himself, but one of the voices was Strife and the other voice was War. So clearly a coding issue. Not only that, but there were also occasions where there were even typos in the text. Now, of course, this is what I mentioned. Nitpicking, but it's still there and kind of shows that the game felt a bit rushed. The camera angles. I know that a lot of people don't want to play this Darksiders because they wanted it to look like the previous ones. And I get that. I think it would feel way more epic if it was like the other ones. However, I like it. I'm a fan of Diablo and Torchlight, so seeing this game was like, holy shit, this looks pretty fun. But the camera angle, being isometric, doesn't help with the platforming. At times, we would try to jump to finish some puzzles or collect something, and we would spend most of our times falling off to our deaths because we couldn't really judge between the jumps that we had to make. I could be wrong, but I do believe that in Battle Chasers there were automatic jumps. As you would get close to ledges, you would jump automatically. And if that was here, sure, it would kill a little bit the puzzle solving, but at the same time, it would take out the frustration that it created. When, you know, the controls shouldn't really be what the player has to fight against. The map in this game, If you ever played classic WoW without add-ons, you know how shit the map is. This map gets to be way fucking worse. Like, way fucking worse. So the way the map works is that you see the entire map and it's highlighted the area of the map where you are. But inside that highlighted area, you don't know where you or your friend are. There's no indication of where you guys are. So sometimes I had to put my fucking Hammett Nesingwary hat and try to figure out where the fuck I was just judging the rocks around me. No, that was awful. We needed pointers in the map knowing where the fuck we were. The last thing I would like to point out, it's unlocking skins. Now, alright, you Fortnite kids are used to just paying for a skin and getting it, but that's not how these games work. The same way you unlock longer health, longer stamina, and all, little shit. You also have the option to unlock skins. We didn't unlock a single skin. I had to go on YouTube and search how to do it because it was so hidden. However, it was pretty blatant in the inventory. Skins! And I was like, holy shit, this is gonna be amazing. Am I gonna have a Belzamon skin? Am I gonna have a fucking Deadpool skin? No. One skin turns you silver, the other skin turns you gold, the other skin... They're shit. They're absolutely pointless. They should be a hidden thing in the game and not a main slot in your inventory. In Battle Chasers, a game made by the same developers, the skins would be found mostly for sale, and they would look pretty different. They were really cool. It really felt like you worked towards something and your character looks really different. This game, it was just pointless and it didn't feel rewarding. Overall, I do think that the game is perfect for its price of 25 to 30 euros. And if you're thinking about getting it on the upcoming console releases for PlayStation 4, Xbox One or Nintendo Switch, then I'd say go for it. The game was pretty fun playing online co-op. I do believe that local co-op is the same experience. The only thing I can't really vouch for is playing solo. However, the gameplay is still there, the story is still there, the art is still there, so I do believe that it's still a pretty fun game. Plus, there's kind of like a new game plus aspect of it, with apocalyptic difficulty unlocked once you finish the game for the first time. This difficulty is meant for the people that want to be challenged and where you'll get fucked up pretty easily if you don't make a proper build. I'm really in a conflict with what should I rate this game, because the good things were really good, but the bad things killed the fun aspect of it for a little bit, but it's still a fun game. It was still an enjoyable experience. If you want my opinion, I still think you should go for it, if you like this sort of games, of course. So I'm gonna give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. Alright guys, I hope you liked this video. Once again, this is all my personal opinion. If you don't agree with something, you're more than welcome to shut up. And if you want to see more of it, you know what to do. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned.